what are demons? You know, I gotta, I gotta start learning my editing and stuff like that and sound effects. So at the beginning of each video, I could have something like really cool and dramatic. Like, it would start with the title of the video, and it'd be like all dark and mysterious. And like that dark burgundy red, like, what are demons? And it would say demons all trippy and like, sound effects and everything. And then, well, no, because that'd be too much of a setup, because then it would just go to me sitting here talking like I am right now, and you guys would be like, oh, what a disappointment. So now when I think of it, I guess, no, that's not a good idea. But, anyway, you know, a lot of people don't know where demons came from. And after I made the ghost video, yes, I'm kind of slightly picking my nose right now, I'm sorry. And I'm putting it on the internet. Look at it. No shame. No shame at all. That's how I roll. But, what was I saying? Oh, demons. Yeah, a lot of people don't know where demons came from. And so, believe it or not, there are two different theories on what demons are. No, I'll say three. But the third one really doesn't count because it's just something that people made up, like those TV shows and stuff like that. Uh-oh, I just got disconnected off of the internet. Oh, completely disconnected off the internet, and I was uploading to YouTube. Oh well. Anywho. Oh, did I pay my internet bill? Oh, internet's coming back on. And it's back on. Back to what I was saying. I'm so sorry. It takes so long for me to get to my points. And okay, back to what I was saying. So there's like three views. And one of them's like if someone dies and they're bad and stuff like that, they come back as a demon. And that's just so stupid. So I'm not even going to throw that in there. I'm just going to get rid of that because that's just something people made up. So really there's two theories. So the one that I believe, which is Lucifer, was an angel. And, he was, actually, I think I have a video about this already. Oh, it's okay, I'll make it again. Lucifer was the angel of music, and he was, like, the most beautiful angel. And, this was before mankind. And what happened was, he decided he was greater than God, and he challenged God. And this is when angels used to have free will. And because before God created mankind, he created angels and gave them free will, and he didn't give them a choice whether to follow God or follow him or not. He just made everything perfect and everyone perfect, and gave them free will, and that's the reason he did it over again and created us, and now we get the decision to follow God or not. That's why it's so funny when people are like, "Oh, God's so perfect. Why didn't he make us all perfect just to live in heaven with him?" Well, he did that, and it didn't work out very well, and he did it purposely as a point, actually for it not to work out, so we wouldn't ask that question. But we still do because people are ignorant. So anyway, Lucifer was the most beautiful angel, thought he was greater than God, challenged God, and when he challenged God and said, you know, step down off your throne, I am better than you, God said, okay, whichever angels or anyone else who wants to follow him, go ahead and follow him. Whoever wants to stay with me, then cross this line type thing. And that's what happened, and a third of the angels followed Lucifer, and they were banished, and all beauty and all goodness and purity was stripped away from them. And that was the beginning of pure evil and destruction and corruption, and these beings. Now, how many demons are there? Well, this is a theory that I believe. I forget which theologian came up with this in the past. I prayed about it. The Lord gave me the answer. This answer, actually, and then later on, just the next day, actually, I happened to pick up a book on theology. Saw a past theologian came up with the same answer, so I take that as confirmation. But as many human beings as there are since Adam and Eve were created, till the end of time, every single human being that will have lived and died through that whole period of time will be equal to the amount of angels that were in existence. So 1/3 of all human beings that have lived, about 1/3 of all of them, that's how many demons there are. But like I said, that's just a theory. But it makes sense, because when God created human beings, it's kind of like He started the whole thing over again. It was like a reset. So that is one theory on where demons came from, which I don't really look at it as a theory. I look at it as the fact, as far as that's where they came from. Now, this second theory is interesting. And this comes from Benny Hinn's Demonology, and this is interesting. Actually, I should look it up. I got it. Nah, it's not even important enough to do that. But within the Bible, there's a lot of books in there that talk about Malachi. No, not Malachi. No, not Malachi. Why did I think of Malachi? Anyway, within the Bible, it talks about before mankind, and it talks about the cities were destroyed. And within these scriptures in the Bible where it talks about this, it talks about the whole world being destroyed and all the beings being destroyed. Well, the thing is, that's a theory that it had to do before Adam and Eve's time. So, some people believe that within these scriptures, I really should look this up and give more detail, but I don't feel like it, I'm sorry. If you guys want it, request it, and I'll look it up for you, and I'll show you. Otherwise, I'm not going to. It sounds lazy, I know, but there are scriptures in there, and the scriptures, the thing is with these scriptures, some people believe that the scriptures are talking about after Adam and Eve, and other people believe they're talking about before Adam and Eve, and Benny Hinn believes that these scriptures are talking about the cities were destroyed before Adam and Eve, therefore if there were cities, then there were some type of beings, living beings, and these beings were like animals type things, half animals, half humans, which if you see demons today, they all have different type of animal or reptile type features to them, and he believes that that's what they looked like then. And he believes also that these things such as dinosaurs and fossils that we find now are these old beings. Now, there's a real problem with this theory. According to carbon dating, not evolution, carbon-14 dating, but the facts that we know of, we know for a fact that animal fossils, or these dinosaur fossils, are around 3,000 or 4,000 years old. So, another problem is we're finding human remains with dinosaur remains. Another problem is where there's been 7 pterodactyl sightings in Africa, thanks to Carl Baugh, who proved that dinosaurs are still in existence out there. Another problem is when we tested the ground and saw that they were talking about it was billions and billions of years old, and we went and then we drilled down, we saw animals that are only a couple hundreds of years old or a couple thousands of years old are past that billion-year point. And another problem is we see that oil, the earth is creating oil, and all these oil wells are filling themselves back up because the earth is making it. So there's all these problems within just the last 10 years that are developing that go against these evolution theories that I kind of back up Benny Hinn's theory on that whole demonology thing, as far as demons are old beings that used to live here before Adam and Eve's time. And it's really tough because there's really nothing biblical to back that up. But it's interesting because when it comes down to it, Benny Hinn talks about it. You really need to understand that that's what demons are in order for demonology to work. And I think that that's interesting because there's a lot of great exorcists out there and people with great healing abilities through the Holy Spirit and through God using them as a key, and they don't believe his theory. So what it comes down to is believe in God and trust in God, and all this demonology stuff really doesn't matter. I mean, whether you believe demons were old beings that used to live here and died, or whether you believe that they were angels that were banished, isn't going to determine whether you go to heaven or not. So I can understand people wanting to find the truth and seek the truth, because that's what we should do as Christians. But sometimes we base so much on it, we lose focus of what we're meant to do here. And just don't let that distract you. But anyway, that's the whole thing on demons. And the two theories on where they came from, like I said, I believe demons are fallen angels, and that they were in heaven. And because there's even scriptures as far as when Satan or Lucifer went and snuck into heaven, when he looked like his old form, he looked like an angel, and he got in there, and just too many scriptures back up that he was an angel. And he was such an angel, and he turned around. What a shame. Tisk tisk. But it's just it's just nothing. I guess that's it. That's the end of the video. So that's what demons are. That's well, no, what demons are. Demons are, I don't know if you want to call demons souls or spirits, because demons are spiritually dead. And demons, I don't know if they have souls because they don't have free will. But demons are some kind of beings. So it's kind of interesting when you get into what demons are. I don't know how to describe them, but they are the pure essence of evil. Now, Satan, I've seen friends of mine that are Satanists told me that I've seen Satan. I'm not sure if I saw Satan or not. I think I just saw a demon. But one thing that I could tell you about them is when you see them, not when they're in ghost form or anything like that, but when you see them in raw form, they're pure evil. No, they're not. They are what evil is made out of. They are what darkness is made out of. They are what corruption is made out of. And when you see them, it's like looking into a portal of not blackness, but the stuff that blackness and darkness is made from. And you see it physically with your eyes, your physical eyes, and with your spiritual eyes at the same time. And it's very interesting. But that's what demons are. Demons are not really, they're not just evil as much as they are voidness and emptiness. What it is and what demons are is lack of God, and lack of purity, and lack of light. And you'll see that when we live our lives, it's not about good and evil. It's about good and lack of good. It's about light and lack of light. It's not about lightness and dark. You see, we give darkness a name when it's really just lack of light. We give evil a name when it's really lack of goodness. So let's stop lacking on things and start filling ourselves up with what we need. That's what we should be doing. Because when we give lack of something a name, we give it a substance. And emptiness has no substance. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed this video. You all be blessed. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.